Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tarot for Kindness. This is our weekly get together where we do tarot readings for fundraising for seniors in Ukraine. $40 buys 2 weeks worth of groceries for a senior in Ukraine, and our friends at Subotin Harbor are delivering to over 200 seniors in Kyiv and Zaporizhia area as they suffer in the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. This is our way we can make a difference, really. I mean, I think a lot of people, myself included, are like, oh my gosh, this horrific war and all of this, what can we do? What can we do? And so this is a way you can do something really positive to help and support the people in Ukraine. And it really has an effect, like a positive effect that is reverberates. So how we do it is this. All you have to do is make a donation for $10 per card. Oh, by the way, you're wondering why I'm here by myself. Poor Love Witch was feeling under the weather, and I told her she could relax and not have to be doing readings. And so she's going to be behind the scenes tending the chat and all of that stuff, but she's not going to be up here doing readings with me. But we will be doing something very special today. So anyway, so $10, donate $10 per card. So if you want a 1-card reading, it's $10, 2-card reading, $20, 3-card reading, $30, and so on. 100% of those proceeds go to our friends in Subotin Harbor, a grassroots organization in Kyiv who buys these groceries. It's basically like a small group of people who buy groceries, deliver those groceries to over 200 people every month. So your donations have a huge impact. Like I said, $40, a 4-card reading will buy 2 weeks worth of groceries for a senior. I mean, $40 is like barely like me and my kids' lunch at Pollo Loco, man. That's $40, right? So it really goes a long way. Your donation goes a long way. So if you can find it in your heart to make a donation, go ahead and make that donation. You'll donate on Venmo, PayPal, or on Super Chat in YouTube. If you go down to the Super Chat at the bottom of YouTube, it's a little dollar icon. You can make your donation there. You can also make your donation on Venmo or PayPal. So since the Love Witch is not feeling so great and under the weather and feeling yucky, she's getting the night off, just working in the background, handling the chat. But it's me by myself. And so I thought, what's a fun thing that we could do extra? Like we always have that little extra. So you get your reading. Normally, if Love Witch is here or Miss Kelly's here, you get pay for your tarot card reading and you get a bonus charm reading or oracle card reading or astrology reading if Miss Kelly's here. But since we don't have them here and I'm flying solo-ish tonight, at least as far as the readings go, we're going to be using this amazing deck that I have had for a long time. It's out of print. It's called Tarot Affirmations, and this is a deck you can't get anymore unless you get it used. I don't think they're making it anymore. I mean, they haven't, when I got it, it was out of print even when I got it. So this deck is the regular Rider-Waite, right? Tarot Affirmations, but let me show you the cards. The cards have affirmations on them. So what I will do is I will do a reading with these cards like a regular reading, but then I'll pick one of the cards and read you those affirmations so that you can listen back to the recording. Remember, this is being recorded on YouTube, and you can go pause the recording, write down those affirmations, and use those affirmations for manifesting what it is that you want. So you're going to get a reading and free affirmations. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is make a donation. We've got several that have come in, and I will tell you who they are and what order we're going to do them. So Adrija has a reading, 4-card reading. Nina has a 1-card reading. Jessica, a 4-card reading, and John Paul, a 4-card reading. So we will get to you in that order. And if you'd like to get a reading, just go ahead and make your donation either in Super Chat, on Venmo, or PayPal. We'll keep rotating those QR codes so you can make those donations. And then you can be a part of our fun little party that we have here. We do this every Sunday, usually at around 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. On the days that we do the Slavic Sundays workshop, sometimes we start around 6:30 or 6:45, depending on how long the workshop goes. But every other Sunday, except for the first Sunday, we're pretty much on time. And as long as there's no natural disasters going on, or I'm on vacation. That was the other time that I've been not here for that. So I'm going to clear out the cards and get them ready just really quickly for everyone. One thing about these cards, they're very big. They're very big. And the cardstock coating is kind of like the cards stick together a little bit. So it's good to kind of clear that energy and make it nice and fresh for our sessions today, just to kind of freshen it up. So you're going to get, not only are you going to get a reading, you're going to get some affirmations. Oh, I love it. You know, the reason I got this deck was because of my book. If I can find it here. Where is it? There it is. Got a stack of books on my table here. Okay, let's get this one out. So this book, Magical Tarot, there's a new cover on it now. They have a new edition with a new cover. I wanted to put affirmations on there. So I looked at all kinds of tarot affirmations that were out there, and that's how I discovered this deck. Like, this is such a brilliant deck. It's so good. You can just pull a card and then have your affirmations for the day. It's kind of a fun way of working. So we'll give you some magical affirmations along with your reading for free. Just make those donations. And if you want to find out more about Subotin Harbor and those donations and where they're going, the seniors you're helping, they post pictures and videos. You can follow Yulia, who is the key person of Subotin Harbor, and she's running the show right now. And you can follow her and see these seniors that you're helping and see what you've done. So you know what your donation has done, which is a very, very nice thing to do. All right. So first we're going to, okay, so our list now is Adrija, Nina, Jessica, John Paul, Devon, and Cindy. That's the order that we're doing. Okay. Adrija says, I have an interview tomorrow. This job can get me to Seattle. Do you see me getting it? Okay. Let's take a look and see. So we'll give it a little shuffle here. Got to shuffle this way because the cards are so giant and cardstock is kind of, you need to have it. You can't bend these cards very well. So we're shuffling like this. All right. That looks good. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is great. This looks great. Oh, it looks really positive. There's big yeses. There's all kinds of good things. So the first question you asked is, do you see me getting it? We have the Ace of Wands, which is a very positive yes card. I'm going to show that Ace of Wands up close so you can see it. That card is a big yes to things. Oftentimes when we see aces showing up and we ask a yes or no question, that ace is a yes, and that tells us that we can have the thing that we want. Come in with passion for what you're doing, like show them your passion too. You know, Ace of Wands represents that passionate fire energy. So you want to like show that enthusiasm, that passion. I would say your enthusiasm about the company, what you would be doing, the role you would be playing is going to be very favorable if you show that. Like, this is exciting. I've got, like, you know, you got that get up and go energy. You're hardworking. You're doing all those things. I think that is going to be very, very important. The other thing is you want to be open to this. Well, the Fool card represents new beginnings, and you want to be very open because it can be, you know, that like the Fool represents all of this kind of young energy that you're bringing in. Young energy means you can, like, you're ready to tackle new things. You're open to things. You're open to being trained and taught in the systems that they do and how they do things. So bringing that energy to this also can be very good. There's also an optimism and a trust in this process that you want to bring to this. Fool card brings that like real optimistic energy. I mean, he's like in the sunshine. He's looking, you know, up at the sky. He's enjoying himself. It's very, very optimistic card. So I want you to be kind of like open and optimistic about this interview. And when you go in, have this real open energy that, you know, and positive energy that you bring in. Two of Swords is a card of having a decision to make. And I think there is a logical part to this decision. So I think when we look at Two of Swords as opposed to Seven of Cups, also a decision-making card, Two of Swords has that message that we need to make the decision rationally. So I get the sense that this is very available to you, very open for you, but there's also this decision-making process that has to happen. When you make that decision, use your logic and rationale. Like I would say, look at the pros and cons of staying, look at the pros and cons of going and taking this job before you make that decision to go. Another thing you could do would be to, really kind of make sure that when you make this decision to go, that that they are helping and assisting you to make this change in any way that you can negotiate. Like I would say, there's another aspect of the Swords cards. All of the Swords cards have this essence of having good boundaries, having clarity, being logical and rational as well. So I think that this can be very helpful, and knowing that what it entails to move and all of that. I think the move would be a very, very good thing. That Fool card indicates that as well. Lastly, we have Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a card of you having like kindness and friendship. Decision I will make or they will make. You are going to make the decision. They're going to offer it to you. That's the Ace of Wands energy. Is like you get the offer, something being handed to you, right? But the Two of Swords energy is like you have to make the decision. Is what they're offering good? Like the pay scale and things like that. What works for you, and be willing to negotiate for what it is that you are, needing and wanting, right? Six of Cups come with like kindness, like warm friendliness. Like this is a very friendly card. I think it's a friendly environment that you're going into. And so you want to have that positive, friendly energy. That's the Fool card and Six of Cups energy. Also, there's another option, another like symbol here, which is that giving energy that the little boy is giving the little girl the cup of flowers. So let's look at some of these affirmations, and I'll pick out a few for you to help you as you go through your interview, right? Let's see. This is a good one. All right, for Ace of Wands, I am enthusiasm. I eagerly look for ways to express the creative energy rising within me. Great affirmation for going into that interview. Let's see. For the Two of Swords affirmation, I carefully think through my choices and then turn to my feelings and intuition to help me make choices that reflect my true nature. Pretty good. Oh, love it. For the Fool card affirmation, I am unlimited potential, open to change and unknown possibilities. Love that one. I am fresh beginnings, the first steps of a new journey or undertaking. I am a risk. Oh, I love this one for you so much. I am a risk taker, willing to leap into the unknown, an adventurer, an investigator, a courageous explorer of the unfamiliar. Love that. Very, very good. Lastly, sweet. Six of Cups, a couple good ones here for you. I am able to build relationships on foundations of respect, concern, and support. Great for work relationship. I take pleasure in my emotional interaction with others. You got a lot of really good affirmations to take you on this path. So I feel like it's more like your personality shining through. Adrija, you are such a gorgeous, warm, bubbly personality, like just so sweet. And showing that personality is really good in this situation. Showing your passion for the company, showing your passion for the work that you're going to do, and how excited you are to begin that work with them. And all of that will be very, very good. So it looks really good. Nothing to even warn you about or anything. It's just go in, be warm, be enthusiastic, be positive, and you got it in the bag. everything else you've got, the skill and all of that. So exciting. So excited for you. That's lovely. Congratulations. So you've got those wonderful affirmations. So go back and listen to them, and you can pause and write them down so that you can say them before you take the interview tomorrow. It'll be so nice. Nina is next. Then we have Jessica, John, Paul, Devon, and Cindy. One card reading. I'm looking for a sign if my grandfather, who was Native American, hears me when I do ancestor spells. Well, I can tell you 100% he hears you. 100% are the ancestors around. All right, let's see. Let's see what message comes through. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. All right. 10 of Wands energy. 10 of Wands energy is like carrying the load, right? So I think that there's something here, like he hears you, but you may feel this like heaviness of like, he isn't hearing me, or he isn't answering me, or he isn't doing this. So I'm wondering if you're carrying a burden of some kind, right? A burden that he is not listening to you, or he is not hearing to you. And here's the thing I would say too. When we work with our ancestors, right? Let's think of it like with our living relatives, right? If the only time you ever came to your grandma was when you needed $20, right? How good of a relationship is that? Probably not so great, right? Because grandma's going to feel like resentful. You're only coming around because you need money. It's not going to be a good relationship. I think our ancestors in spirit form also have that kind of, we need to build that really equitable relationship. So, are you doing things just to connect with your ancestors, just to have that connection? Are you giving offerings to your ancestors? Do you have an ancestor altar? You might have all these things, Nina. I'm not saying you don't, but make sure that you're doing the things for your ancestors as well as asking them for things, right? If you are doing things for them, then when the time comes that you need something from them, they're more likely to fulfill it. Just like if you go to visit grandma every Sunday, you spend a few hours with her, hanging out with her, then on that rare occasion that you need $20, she's probably going to be, oh yeah, fine, here's $20. It's no problem, right? So I think that's what you want to start thinking of, is really start thinking of that, building that relationship and not carrying the burden of feeling that he's not responding to you or not talking to you when you're doing ancestor spells. If you're doing the ancestor spells for him, like to just be honoring him, that's a really good thing to do too. Having an altar, making offerings, doing spells for him. Then when you need help, you'll definitely have someone that you can call on. They'd be happy to help you. All right. So let's see. Okay, this is interesting too. This is interesting. Like, this affirmation is super interesting. I am looking for ways to collaborate creatively with others who can help bring my ideas to fruition. That message is important. That affirmation is important. So if you can collaborate with your grandpa, your grandfather, collaborate with him. Say, let's do this together. Maybe it means doing something, if I think when we do something to help, like if you know what tribe he came from, doing something for that tribe, right? Doing something for the people that are on this earth, right? Even though you're one of his descendants, obviously, but his connections to his tribe may be very deep and may be helpful. To collaborate with him on doing something for the tribe would be really wonderful. Also, too, there's another affirmation. I'm determined to move forward one step at a time to manifest my creative ideas. So what about like seeing this as a process of getting closer with him and not like, are we there yet situation? I think that would be very good too. So yeah, I love that. Our ancestors always are happy to work with us. They're always very joyful to see us thrive. And so I don't doubt that he's happy to work with you, but yeah, excellent. Thank you so much, Nina. Love Witch says Jessica. Sorry, I'm reading Love Witch sent me the message. Jessica is next, and then we have John Paul, then Devon, then Cindy. Thank you so much, you guys. Jessica said, I have been hypercritical of myself lately. Would love some self-love, appreciation, guidance, please. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. It's really good. Self-love is the foundation of everything. Once we have healthy self-love, so much can manifest. Our good relationships, our taking care of ourselves. So many things happen when we start to be in that place of self-love. All right, let's take a look. All right. Oh, there's good affirmations. So many good affirmations for you. Oh, I love it. Oh, and there's good advice for you too. You know what? The first card that came up is the Six of Wands. And I'm going to show you the picture of the Six of Wands up close. So the Six of Wands is this guy on the horse. He's victorious. He's successful. And he's got these people around him that are walking alongside him. I think it's really important for us to surround ourselves with people who love us, right? Who care about us. So if you can, reach out to those people that care about you, reach out to those loving supporters of you, just to have chat. You don't have to tell them what you're going through, but just to hear those loving words and to receive that love is a really good thing for you right now. So reach out to old friends, reach out to, loved ones, reach out to people that are going to give you like a boost, not the critical ones, not the competitive ones, but the really sweet ones who really, really love you and nurture you and appreciate you. I think that will give you a little boost. Another thing that I think with Six of Wands, if you don't have those people around you, there's two cards here, Six of Wands being one of them, Four of Wands we're coming up to, another one, of being in social groups and being around good people. So a great thing that would be a sort of a directive for you would be to start volunteering for something. You can volunteer at an animal shelter. I'm thinking about animals so much right now and animal shelters so much because of my book coming out. But you can volunteer at an animal shelter. You can volunteer at Habitat for Humanity. You can volunteer Meals on Wheels. Volunteer for something where you're giving something to somebody else, because this also is very helpful when you're doing it for other people. When you're doing these kindnesses for other people, you will feel appreciated, and you will also feel your value and your importance in this world, because you are important. You're so important. And we're so glad that you're here in this world with us. So get out there and get into situations where your kindness and your gentle heart are really appreciated. And I think volunteering could be a really good thing for bringing you around caring people, right? Narcissists don't volunteer for things. Sociopaths normally don't volunteer for things, right? So people that are having these difficulties and help, that make them hard to connect to, or critical people, you can get to these volunteer situations where you're loved and appreciated. And I think that's super important. And there's going to be some good affirmations on this one. Yep. Next card is the Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is really about being generous with others and being generous with yourself. And there's a grounding energy with her, right? She's the Earth Queen. So I think some grounding exercises could also be really helpful. So things like, two things that come directly to mind. Number one, working with a gratitude journal would be excellent for you to do right now, right? Gratitude journal work. If you want to see, there's a video up on YouTube that if you type in Madame Pamita Gratitude Journal, it'll be the first one that pops up. And it's my method of working with a gratitude journal, which produces so many good things. It really gets you into a more positive state of mind in general and sort of recalibrates your compass. So I think that would be a really good recommendation of what you could do for your next step. She also is very generous, again, like that giving energy, giving away your time, your energy, your support for something will also make you feel positive about yourself as well. I think that's really good. The Moon card, excuse me. The Moon card represents, there's a lot of things that the Moon card represents, but what I'm really picking up from this card right now for you is this change, right? Change happening. The moon, as we look in the sky, gets bigger and bigger and bigger as during the waxing moon phase, and then smaller and smaller and smaller in the sky during the waning moon phase. So every day the moon looks a little bit different, right? Going from dark to full moon, we have that whole monthly cycle, right? Of doing that. So I think of the moon as being that changeable aspect. And so when we are like really in something that is hard, it's a good reminder that we're not always going to feel this way. You haven't always been hypercritical of yourself. So being hypercritical of yourself is just a temporary situation, and that you will get more confident, more supportive, more self-loving. And I think that could be really good too, to know that. Another thing is really interesting on the moon card. You see there's a little crawfish walking on a path under the moon, which is, bringing down blessings, raining down blessings, all those little yods, right? And then we have a dog and a wolf. So this is quite symbolic. This crawfish is walking on the path between the dog and the wolf. What is the difference between a dog and a wolf? They're not that different, but they are different, right? A dog wants to please people. Most dogs want to please the people that they live with. They want to, they want to be loved and they want to be liked, right? A wolf doesn't really care if people like them, right? They're like, I don't care, right? You think of that wolf who's doing its own thing. It's a wild animal. And so part of your journey as the little crawfish is coming out, this is all the deep emotion that we're coming out of and going on that journey, is to find that middle path between the dog who is the people pleaser and the wolf who is like, I don't care what you think, right? It's not to be that extreme independent where you don't care what anyone thinks. That pendulum would be too far swung to one direction, nor is it to trying to get everybody to like you. It's to find that middle path in between that's really important. So I think the moon card is about changes, about finding that balance between pleasing yourself and pleasing other people as well. Last card is Four of Wands. Four of Wands, again, a celebration. We have lots of people. You can see all those people in the background. This is a big festival celebration in the community. Everybody's having a good time. So again, I think another source of fulfillment would be getting out amongst people. If you've been isolating, then we can start to really get critical about ourselves. But if you can get out in supportive environments, again, I think going back to that volunteering thing would be excellent because it's going to get you in connection with other people. Find something that you are interested in, or you're passionate about, or that you care about, and start volunteering and doing that. And then you can have this wonderful connection, a wonderful family. I think of my partner. He's, I'm pointing in the other room because he's now living with me because of the fires and all that jazz. But he's very involved in community theater, and he has a whole community of people that are friends. And he has this wonderful friendships that developed because he's involved and volunteering for community theater, which sadly burned down. It was in the Palisades and it burned down in the fires, but they're rebuilding. They're meeting now, and they're having their meeting and they're rebuilding. So I think of things like that where you can find something. It could be the arts, it could be, animal welfare, it could be, taking care of people, it could be anything. You just find some volunteer opportunity that just makes your heart sing and get involved with that. And I think that would really, really help. Now let's look at some affirmations for you. Affirmations are really great when we're feeling hypercritical of ourselves. All right. Let's see, so many good ones here. I might read them all. I am inspiration. This is from Four of Wands. I am inspiration become reality, a stable base for forward movement and further development. I am contentment, letting go of daydreams and longings to enjoy the fruits of the present moment. Yeah, mindfulness practice would be good too. I am relaxation, giving myself time to renew my energy in preparation for what lies ahead. I am gratitude. I am thankful for my present relationships and directions. I am open to the future, ready to move ahead when the time is right. So good. All right. The moon, I am change. So moon card affirmations. I am change, a natural cycle of waxing and waning, activity and rest. So yes, this will change. I am instinctual energy, a link to nature and primal wisdom. I am a messenger of the night, releasing my unconscious wisdom through dreams and meditation. I'm inspiration. My reflection reveals, renews, and open pathways of creative energy. Oh, moon creativity is so good. I am imagination, open to receiving and exploring images from faraway worlds. I love that too. Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. I am sensuality and love of life. I am in touch with nature's power. I have experienced the depth of my senses and the beauty and wonder they make available to me. I pay attention to my material needs. I fulfill myself by satisfying my creative longings and desires. I take care of my body. I am aware that my physical condition affects my emotion and my spirit. That can be good too. Get a little exercise, go for a walk. I enjoy the earth's fertility. I love the world and its inhabitants. Oh, that's a sweet one. All right, last one, Six of Wands. I am achievement. I take pride in success made possible by hard work and discipline. I am leadership, willing to open myself to approval or criticism by others. Maybe that one's not so good right now. You can skip that one. I am clear communication. I pass on my ideas in ways that inspire others. I am the growing self-confidence and flexibility that comes from testing new ideas. I am the power that results from cooperation and united effort. Yep, getting in that volunteer mode could be so good. Jessica, I wish you all the best and giving yourself self-love and getting out and with good loving people is a good recommendation for sure. All right. Let's get to our next one. Next is John Paul. Oh, John Paul, it's so great to see you. How will this year look for me? Let's see what we got coming up. And we're going to have a ton of great affirmations for you. Okay, let's shuffle these cards a little bit. One more shuffle. Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. So many good things for you. Oh, I love it. Okay, so good. Lots of spiritual, wonderful spiritual things for you this year. This is like a spiritual year for you. All right, first card is the High Priestess. Love High Priestess energy. This is like deep, deep, deep personal wisdom, personal gnosis. This is like the exploration, spiritual exploration. I love her because she has a little bit of everything. We have this, she has this cross on her chest. She has a Torah in her hand. She has the Isis crown on her head. She's got the moon at her feet. She's got the pillars of Solomon's temple. That means wisdom. She represents the Sophia, the wisdom, like that beautiful wisdom. It's really kind of, John Paul, I'll say this for you, Holy Ghost wisdom, right? Holy Ghost wisdom, that beautiful like awakening energy and such beautiful feminine energy as well. I think High Priestess energy is realizing your own value as well, like getting into like knowing, self-knowing and honoring yourself, not in a way and believe me, this is the furthest thing from you because I know you, not like I'm a narcissist and I'm in love with myself. That it does not come from a true self-love. This is a true self-knowing and self-love and knowing your worth. And I think this is probably one of the big projects for 2025 for you is to really honor yourself, I also think the High Priestess, represents that spiritual wisdom and getting into spirituality more and more into your spiritual practice as well. I also kind of feel like it may be a cat coming into your life as well. Like, I feel like, I don't know if you have gotten a new cat since Jessica passed, but maybe there's a new cat this year as well, because I feel like the High Priestess kind of has that energy of like cat-like energy. She kind of has that independence, that wisdom, that mystery that we love about cats. So I kind of feel like a new cat is coming your way this year as well. Oh, thank you. Hi, Aunt Pam. So glad you're safe. I know. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you. So High Priestess, I'm feeling like a cat could be in your future. She definitely has. Look at my High Priestess over here. Always around when I'm doing a tarot reading. Always wants to be in part of the magic, don't you, Glinda? Yeah, you do. All right, next is Six of Swords. Oh, I love Six of Swords for you too. Six of Swords, I think of this, this is like being on a little boat and a ferryman pushing you along. I feel like there are helpers in this world that want to help you. I also feel like there's this aspect for you of untying your boat from the dock, right? When we have our boat tied to the dock and we're in these rough waters, it can feel choppy. It can feel like, oh my gosh. But all we have to do is untie the boat from the dock and we can move forward to this beautiful, peaceful island over these calm and serene waters. So, and John Paul, I'm getting so many download and messages for you. Is it possible that you could go on a cruise this year? I don't think you've ever, not to my knowledge, you've never mentioned it to me of going on a cruise, but I kind of feel like maybe going on a boat would be a good thing for you. Going on a cruise could be really fun, right? Could be lovely. I don't know. Some people don't like cruises. Some people are not into it. So if that's not your thing, don't worry about it. But maybe that'd be a fun little social thing to bring in. They're not that expensive. You can find real reasonably priced ones, and it could be a good little getaway for you. Maybe grab a friend or maybe go and meet friends, right? Could be a really good thing to have. But Six of Swords is definitely that energy of untying your boat from the dock and moving forward. So I feel like the old attachments of of the past are going to be let go. You're going to be able to let go of them and to be able to move forward into such beautiful and serene waters. I kind of love that for you. It's also a year to try new things, right? Page of Swords. Page of Swords energy is full of life and fun. And I love the Page of Swords, like super smart and witty. So there's this like freshness about all the pages. They're teenagers, right? These are teenage kids. And so this teenager energy of like freshness and fun. And the Page of Swords is the freshest, right? Air energy, smart, intelligent, great communicator. So I feel like there's this energy coming for you that it's like your freshness is perked up, that you feel like a fresh breeze has blown through your life. And that's what you're going to feel this year. It's going to be new things to try, new things to do, getting out and about. I love it. I love that so much. Lastly, the Hierophant. So this and this kind of go together, because the Hierophant is the teacher and the Page of Swords can be like learning something new. So I feel like there's some new things that are going to come in and that you should be spending this year also learning. What can you learn? Whether that is reading a book or taking a workshop or a class. It doesn't mean going back to college or anything like that or doing anything that elaborate, but it can mean learning something. So think about what you would like to learn this year. Would you like to learn how to paint? Would you like to learn how to garden? Would you like to learn how to, whatever? So you can read books about it. You can teach yourself. You can go to workshops and classes. I mean, I think everything, basically, you can find a class for it, either recorded or on live online. You can find a class for it. I just got intrigued myself. I don't have any time for it. When I'm so obsessed with it, I can't stop thinking about it. Is medieval illumination, like medieval manuscript, doing those illuminated letters. I'm obsessed with it. I have been for a long time. And I saw somebody's offering a class and I'm like, gosh, should I take that class? I'm like, I don't have time for a class right now. What am I thinking? But you might have time for a class. So I think you want to think about, as you plan and prepare for like how you're going to spend 2025, one of the questions you should ask yourself is, what do I want to learn? What would I like to learn? Could be really good. All right. Let's see. Let's see what your affirmations are. Oh, I love it. Hierophant. We're going to read that one first. I am awareness of the spiritual, in touch with a collective wisdom that enriches life's journey. Deep. I love that. I am a teacher, a carrier of beliefs. You could be a teacher too. You could teach other people. That could be another project for you this year, but maybe it's like wanting to learn. I feel like with Page of Swords energy, it's more like you learning. I am a carrier of beliefs, rituals, and values that underlie personal identity. I am a bridge between the human and divine, a link with forgiveness and renewal, truth and meaning. So nice, right? Love that. All right, let's look at Page of Swords. Page of Swords. I am renewed mental energy, available to cut through confusion and release clear thought. I am preparing to increase my mental ability and refocus my thoughts in positive directions. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Um, I am open to new ways of thinking that will put me in touch with my present strengths. Oh, this one's really good. Wait a minute. This is the winner right here. I am eager to experience the changes in perspective and self-image that result from revised thinking patterns. We could all use that one, right? To be the master of your mind, right? To be able to think and keep your thoughts focused on the positive, what it is that you're manifesting, keep those focused thoughts. I think that's really good. And always be willing to grow. It's a practice. It's not perfection. It's a practice. All right, 6 of Swords. I'm in transition, crossing a boundary between turbulence and calm, self absorption and higher consciousness, right? Okay, I am changing direction and focus, leaving behind familiar views while I investigate old feelings and unresolved ideas. I am gaining the necessary distance to obtain new perspectives, insights, and direction. I am moving forward courageously. I am committed to this passage. I trust my higher self to guide me through the changes that accompany growth. All right, High Priestess affirmations. I am feminine wisdom in touch with the natural rhythms of life. I trust my inner vision and intuition. I find the time to quietly retreat and access my inner wisdom. I have access to wisdom beyond the power of words. I value and respect my insight and intuition. What gorgeous affirmations. Love those. Thank you so much, John Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Love that. So sweet. Devon is next, and then Cindy. All right, Devon. Devon's feeding a senior, feeding a granny today, feeding a full granny. She's gonna be full because you bought food for her. The usual for me. All right. You're gonna get some affirmations to go with it. All right. I love having like a takeaway, like an affirmation. I don't know about you guys, but I do love an affirmation. They're spells that we cast on ourselves. That's what an affirmation is, right? Absolutely what an affirmation is. All right, let's take a look. Okay, love it, love it. Love it. Okay. All right. First one, 2 of Swords. So as we look at this week, 2 of Swords energy is about decision making and logical decision making, right? When we look at 2 of Swords energy, she can go this way or that way, left or right, right? So it's like choosing, it's like almost like her arms make the crossroads, and the crossroads is choice, right? So I think there's some choices to be made this week as you're looking in. They don't necessarily have to be critical choices, but they're choices that you should look at logically, right? That's what 2 of Swords represents, is logic. So even though this says I look within, there's some other things that says about intuition. I think I would say logic with this. 2 of Swords energy is having to make a choice, having to choose. And so I think, when you're at that crossroads and you don't know which way you should go, it's like look at the pros and cons of each choice and then make your decision, right? That's the way to approach a 2 of Swords situation. I also think it's like opening your heart to things as well. Like she's got her arms crossed across her chest, and seeing that position, it can be kind of closed off. So we need to let the swords down a little bit. We need to open up a little bit. There's a message for you in that, to open up a little bit more, to share more of your beautiful, generous, loving heart with others. You've got so much to give, so much, love to give to others. Like to express that love and sweetness and kindness to others is really good. All right. Next is the Queen of Wands. Magic, 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 baby. She is the magician queen, right? She's got that black cat in front of her. She's sitting on her throne with her sunflower and her wand. Wands are magic too, right? Queen of Wands energy, I would say get into your creativity this week. Wands is passion and creativity and action. So if you can set aside a little bit of time for your crafts or your fun things that are your creative outlets, let's do that this week. That would be such a good way for you to like kind of get your empowerment, right? Queen represents that empowerment and empowerment through creativity and action. So think about like a craft that you want to start or one that you want to continue, but set aside some time for that crafting or that artistic creative expression, even if it's just coloring a coloring book. I mean, it can be as simple as that because that has that creative aspect to choosing what colors to use and so on. I have like little projects that I do that are just kind of they aren't very demanding. Like I have like this book that I'm painting in the watercolors and the lines I'm painting it in because one day I'm going to build it. It's going to be a little toy theater, little like diorama of a theater. But I'm just like painting in the book with the shapes of the theater and the characters and all that stuff. Just kind of very easy, very relaxing. I think that would be so good for you. Also, magic, doing some magic this week would be very empowered. Your magic will be empowered and will make you feel empowered. I mean, really, the point of the Queen of Swords is to feel empowered, right? To feel your strength and empowerment as well. The third card, 9 of Cups. You have so much to be grateful for this week. Like, have your gratitude practice in, active this week because you want to look at all that you have. There's something also like message that I'm getting for you is you may have an opportunity to share a meal with others. Like this guy has like a banquet table and he's got all these 9 cups. He's not going to drink those 9 cups by himself. He's obviously having some people come over. I mean, he'll have a hell of a hangover if he's drinking all those 9 cups, right? So what you want to do is have this time with others where you share a meal with others, where you share, like you get into that. I think there's a very specific message for you in that. But in general, it's also about your being able to access that gratitude and that deep appreciation for what good things you have in your life. And so getting your gratitude practice on track. I mean, we were talking earlier about working with a gratitude journal. That could be really great work to do. So you might want to work with a gratitude journal, look up a gratitude journal, Madame Pamita on YouTube, and you'll see how to do one. If you don't have one already, that would be a great thing to do to get that activated because this is also the wish card to make your wishes come true. Lastly, we have Ace of Swords, brand new ideas, clear thinking, good boundaries. That's what this represents. So what are you doing to do clear boundaries? What are you doing to have that mental clarity or to create mental clarity? So if you're feeling confused about something, which could be because of that, choice that we have of the 2 of Swords, you could have this really like clear thinking, like you want to get into that. I think writing often helps with clarifying for us things. And as a Gemini, I also think that you would do well to write, like writing in journals or writing can be very helpful for processing things. All right, so let's read your affirmations. So we're going to start with Ace of Swords affirmations. I am mental energy clear, creative intelligence available to me. I am mental energy, clear, creative intelligence available to meet life's problems. I am truth, committing to cutting through confusion to define the issues at the heart of life's challenges. I am expanded awareness. I examine the thoughts beneath my feelings to increase my control over my experiences. It's very nice. 2 of Swords. I am preparing to choose, caught between conflicting thoughts, desires, or issues. Yes, so you are preparing to choose. Okay. I am gathering the strength to open my eyes and bring these conflicts into awareness, right? So when you're choosing, open your eyes, writing it down, pros and cons, right? I look within to resolve my ambivalence, sort through my confusion, and clarify my vision, right? So clarity is a big theme for this week. All right. 9 of Cups. I am emotional wholeness, the discovery and acceptance of a wide range of feelings and emotions. I am the capacity to experience feelings in depth without fear of being overwhelmed by them. I am the feelings of fulfillment and abundance that accompany a fully developed emotional life. I love that. He's all about abundance, 9 of Cups. All right, Queen of Wands. I am the power of creative energy. I am in touch with the passionate spirit at the center of life. I have awakened to the power of creative desire. My inner vision inspires and sustains me. I am open to the workings of my unconscious and my intuition. I'm grateful for the richness at the center of my soul. I use my spiritual gifts to nourish others. I am generous with my creative gifts. I enjoy the fruits of my creative energy, a deepening appreciation of my true nature and my connection to a higher purpose. Love that. All right, Devon, thank you so much. All right, next we have Cindy and then we have Maria. And this Maria will be our last call. So if you'd like to get a reading in, we're down to the last two. So get that in with Venmo or PayPal. Those are in the chat. You can see in the comments in the chat, I guess. Those will be there. You can find those there. And then, or you can do super chat as well. All right, Cindy has the question. What do I need to do to wake up my lover? Serve them coffee. He has not been around. Oh, yeah, that's tough. Yeah. Get more attention and more time together, more quality time together. All right, what's going to help with that? Let's see what we got here. Oh, here we go. Very clear answer. All right, you've got the Four of Wands. Remember, this is going out and celebrating. I always think, come on, it's Coachella, right? They're at a concert. They're wearing flower crowns on their heads and they're partying it up. So I think you want to invite him to some group event that's going to be fun for him. That could be a sporting event. It could be whatever his, thing he's into, and you're into as well. Sporting events, going to out dancing, going to a concert. All of these things where there's large groups of people could be really good for this. It takes the pressure off of that reunion being like fraught with like, we need to talk about things. Like invite him to go, hey, I've got an extra ticket to go to the concert. Do you want to go with me? It's on next week, or whatever, right? Get that like jump started with that. That's what you need to do. And do it in a public space, not inviting him to like a one-on-one thing, because it will ease things in so that he doesn't feel this like sense of, there's going to be a confrontation of some kind. So I think that's super important, like to have this like light, fun, playful environment, like, having a good time, joyful festival celebration kind of energy. So whether it's a concert or a sporting event or some kind of social activity that has lots of people there, I think that will ease the reunion so that he's not distant or silent, and will bring back the fun. And everyone loves to go out and have a good time. So like find that fun thing that you both like and invite him out to that. That will get him to be coming around and ease that coming around again, because it's starting to get a little awkward is what I'm feeling like. He feels like it's a little awkward at this point. All right, so let's read your affirmations. I am inspiration become reality, a stable base for forward movement and further development. I am contentment, letting go of daydreams and longings to enjoy the fruits of the present moment. Yeah, be very present in the moment. Don't go back and rehash things from the past or anything like that. I think that's also a good message in that. I am relaxation, giving myself time to renew my energy in preparation for what lies ahead. Yeah, have a fun time. I am gratitude. I'm thankful for my present relationships and direction. Be grateful for him, even if he's not around. I am open to the future, ready to move ahead when the time is right. Yeah, love that. So good. Yeah, just send out an invitation to something, an activity. Don't say make him think of something. You have to plan it. That's what I get, would be helpful. Okay, Maria's our last reading. Maria's got a 2-card reading. This is our last call. If you'd like to get a reading, you can do it right now. Go to Venmo or PayPal. You can find those links in the chat. There we go. We have them up on the screen now. You can also go to YouTube and go to Super Chat down below. It looks like a dollar bill symbol, and you can click on that and make your donation. $10 per card. So you can have a 1-card reading, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever it is. We'll be so happy to do it. And then you're helping the seniors in Ukraine. 100% of the proceeds go to these seniors who are struggling in the full-scale invasion in Ukraine through our partners at Sobotin Harbor. All right, Maria has a 2-card reading. I'm hoping to get some advice for the coming week. I'm feeling out of sorts, and I think a lot of it is dread, worry about Trump becoming president tomorrow. Oh, I haven't even been thinking about it. I've been blocking that. Yeah. I think also giving yourself a break from the news tomorrow might be good, not having to see all that. I think we all, that we are hoping for a country that is kind and caring to all people and not just, rich billionaires, white guys. I think that would be a nice thing to be focused on. And also, what I found too, Maria, is really helpful, like to get involved in something that helps the people that are affected by this, right? Whether it's helping immigrant populations or helping people of color or helping LGBTQ people, just find some place that feels really nourishing to you, that is really helpful to the people who are being affected. I mean, helping women, right? Helping women could be good. So finding, a group or an organization that helps all the people that aren't billionaires, I guess, right? This isn't helping tech bros. You don't have to help tech bros. They're fine. Holy Toledo, right? Ugh. So what can you do? Is it helping kids? Is it helping, communities that are underserved? I mean, what is it you can do? You can find something. I think that could be a good antidote. We can do that. I think we can learn from people that have lived through horrific totalitarian governments, and yeah, so we can do good things even in this challenging time. All right. Random acts of kindness. I mean, it doesn't even have to be organized. It could be that. Okay, the coming week. What do we have? Oh, yeah. You know what? We got a little bit of the reality of this week. There's 5 of Cups energy this week, which is looking with sadness on something, but also looking with hope toward the future, right? During this time, I think there's something really important about this. Like, what can we do to help the future? Help the people of the future, the children, ourselves and our own future. What can we do? We can do small things, right? That's all it is. That's what we're doing here. I can't stop the war in Ukraine, but I can help more than one, but I can help a senior get some food in Ukraine. That I can do, right? So you want to look for those small things that have this ripple effect, because when you help one person, there's a ripple effect on that. So think about doing something for others or getting involved in something. It could be in, saving the environment. It could be working with animals. It could be helping underserved population. I mean, whatever you can do is going to have a good effect. So just find one little thing that you can do, and the ripples will be powerful, super powerful. This whole situation with the government is designed for us to feel disempowered. I'm refusing to feel disempowered. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do things, right? Even if they're little things, I'm going to do things, because that makes a difference, right? If nobody does anything, nothing ever changes. But if you do a little thing and everybody does a little thing, things can shift. All right. So 5 of Cups, looking to what you can do, looking for that glass half full, looking for what it is that you can contribute, rather than despairing over the loss, over the sadness, over this horrific thing that we're about to enter into, right? Don't put your attention there. Turn your attention away from that onto the things that you can do. I think that will feel really good. Fool card. Fool card is just a glorious card about the possibilities. So I think there's almost like a kind of a redesign, right? We can't necessarily count on our federal government to take care of us or to do anything for us, but what can we do, right? What can we do? So there is something in this potential for this to like, I think it's really interesting because I'm sun on some level. When we take small actions, it can have this big, profound effect. You won't feel this disempowered feeling. Fool isn't disempowered. Fool is kind of just going on his way, knowing that he's going to be okay and that he's going to make it okay for others. I think that is a very sweet thing. You don't have to get into the fight. You don't have to, you don't have to argue with people or try and convince people or tell people. You can just quietly go about your business and do your rebellious thing, right? Be a rebel, but be like a quiet rebel, right? You can be a loud rebel if you want. I'm not saying you have to be quiet. If you want to be loud and proud, go be loud and proud, right? But I also think there's something like, I'm just going to mind my own business and do my thing, and I'm going to help the people around me and care for the people around me so that they feel supported. I think that's really important. So make this week a week that you double down on that and that you determine what it is that you're going to do to help. You're going to be okay. And I also think, how we can navigate this. And I also think here's another thing. This is just a little witch tip for you. We know that Orange Clown is not an effective leader. He doesn't really get anything done. He just spouts off and wants people to praise him. That's really what he's in it for, right? He's not in it to do anything for anybody else except for himself. All right. So he got out of jail free. Great. You did it for yourself. You got out of jail. You got your get out of jail free card. Is he going to be an effective leader that's going to change things? I don't think so. So let's do all that we can to make sure that energetically we're sending the energy that you're ineffective, you're chaotic, nothing gets done, there's infighting between the groups that surround you. This is what happened before, and it can happen again. Yeah, there were some things that he did which weren't great, like stacking the courts and things like that. It's horrible, right? But yeah, let's try and subvert it quietly on the down low. Let's subvert it. All right, let's see what your affirmations are for this week. First of all, we're going to read 5 of Cups. Oh, I am recovering from loss and disappointment, gathering the strength to shift my focus and see what remains and work with what remains. I'm getting ready to rechannel my energy so that my feelings can flow freely again. I am at a crossroads. I can choose to turn and look at present opportunities for love and happiness. That's a big one. That's your getting involved with these things that are about what you believe in, right? The Fool card. I am limitless energy, a spirit on the path of life in search of new experiences. I am unlimited potential, open to change and unknown possibilities. What if this opens up some amazing things? I'm not saying I would wish it, but for this situation by any means, I'm the opposite of wishing for this. But there can be some great things that happen in terrible times, right? I am fresh beginnings, the first steps of a new journey or undertaking. I'm a risk taker, willing to leap into the unknown, an adventurer, an investigator, a courageous explorer of the unfamiliar. I am true to myself. This is a good one. I'm true to myself, playful, spontaneous, happy-go-lucky, willing to appear foolish, innocent, or naive while pursuing my own unique way. Yeah, you be you is the message of the Fool card. And you be you is you continue to do what you're doing. So good. You guys, thank you so much. Let's see what our total is for this week. We have 70 and 110 and 160. We did 160 this week. Excellent, you guys. that means we are helping 4 seniors get 2 weeks worth of groceries. I'm so grateful to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week at the same time. We'll be doing readings again, raising money for seniors in Ukraine through our friends in Soboton Harbor. Don't forget to follow Yulia on Soboton Harbor. Couple other announcements. Don't forget, if you want to join me for a free reading for your an animal pet psychic reading for your familiar or your pets, I can do that, or do a reading to discover what animal would like to work with you. My new book, The Witch's Guide to Animal Familiars. Sorry, it's been a long day. My brain is now jelly. The Witch's Guide to Animal Familiars is my new book. It's coming out on January 28th. We're having a book release party over Zoom on January 28th. It doesn't cost anything to get into the book release party, except you have to pre-order the book. So go to animalfamiliars.com, pre-order The Witch's Guide to Animal Familiars, and fill out the information so that you get the free pass to join me for my party over Zoom, where I will be doing readings to determine what animal familiar would like to work with you, or do a reading for your pet, do a pet psychic reading. Would love to do that. So I hope you'll join me for the fun party on the 28th. Go to animalfamiliars.com. Don't forget, we have our February Pisces new moon that is coming up. Let's put that up there. I can see it here. There we go. February Pisces new moon, Goddess of Healing spell is on sale now. If you need some emotional healing, who doesn't need some emotional healing? Oh my gosh, it's 2025. We all need emotional healing. If you need physical healing and you want to support that by finding the right healthcare providers, right information, right service, right treatments, all of that stuff, or you just need to heal your heart, or you want to heal the earth, our poor Mother Earth. Oh my gosh, this beautiful Gaia candle really represents that grounded healing that we can have and the healing that we can offer to Mother Earth. You can do that beautiful, beautiful spell. Check out the Goddess of Healing spell. You can check it out by going to newmoonspells.com, or you can click that QR code. And I think that's it. Those are all my announcements. So I hope to see you at the party on the 28th. I'll see you next week. Before then, next Sunday here for Tarot for Kindness. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Have a beautiful and blessed Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Bye.